All right, race fans. All right, race fans, you know what time it is. System Johnny broadcasting back from the Force of Speed with the Ministry of Speed right here in sunny San Antonio. Of course, with Boston Dog, my faithful sidekick. Just back from IndyCar at Circuit of the Americas, the real Forces of Speed. But yeah, great to be back home. Right now on the track here at Spa-Francorchamps. That's where we're at midway through this F1 season here right now with the Ministry of Speed's F1 program. And yeah, I just want to welcome you all. Thank you all for stopping by and watching the show. It's going to be a barn burner to say the least. A couple of updates on personnel, but right now let's find out what's going on here on the track, and then we'll update you on some of the new happenings. This is going to be a what's what I'm looking for? A small room tonight, a very well managed room tonight, as a couple of drivers have put themselves in a position to where they can't race. And what I mean by that is we had a couple of rules violations, and so we had to have some personnel changes. So, you know, it's not something that we want to do. It's not something we take pride in, but on the same token, too, we pride ourselves on the level of excellence and, of course, cleanliness. We try to be not just good drivers, but good stewards as well. And sometimes we overstep those boundaries. I'm guilty of it as well, but, you know, there has to be a line. Not joining us tonight would be Jamie D, obviously one of the people that are not going to be with us, and possibly Big Buck for you. Both sons, both family motorsports driver, Mr. B and Little B, have been busy during the week. I believe Mr. B might be doing some moving, so he has not had any practice at Spa, and he has decided that he's not going to want to jeopardize anybody's race. It's a smart move. You know, with no practice here at Spa, it's a fun track, but this is F1, and you know, Mr. B's a heads-up driver, and he knows that he's going to take a chance and ruin somebody's race. So Lil B, obviously, doing the pole dancing circuit there in the Boston area all week long. So he's been busy doing that. Who else? I'm sure there's one or two more. Oh, Fly High, Jeremy Pope. I'm missing him. He didn't come in, so not sure what that little German boy's doing. And I think, oh, of course, obviously, Ray Rolfe. Not sure what happened with Ray. I know he was a little upset 2 weeks ago because he qualified last, but, you know, this is a set thing. We're late now again, waiting for him. He did not come. I hope he doesn't come right now and say, hey, I was waiting for you to send me an invite, because I'll freak out and lose my mind. But on the poll right now so far, Q1 144.538, Eric Garcia, Fenorio, Donnie Salas, those are the top three. Wilson 236 for the 146, double 74, Legiers and Finish Boy in P6. So Wilson and Robert CCS, that Mr. Spectacular, not clocking the time yet. Hey, but thanks for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out here. IndyCar today was fantastic at Circuit of the Americas. I got to tell y'all, a lot of fun. Me, Wallace, had a great time there yesterday with Ken Devox, the maestro of motion. So yeah, great to be with Mr. Ken there at Circuit of the Americas, walking around totally nondescript with one of the most influential men in a simulation on the planet. Literally, wow, what a great feeling. It was like walking around with a Stig, you know. But yeah, Ken is a great guy, and you know, my heart's out for him. And we're gonna hook up here sometime either tomorrow or the next day and do some figuring. But yeah, today, great job from, I guess, Wallace for hanging in there one more time. Pretty tough for the little guy, man. It's a big track out there, man. Old Wallace is, you know, he's got to do his thing too, man. He struggles with that. But on the track right now, Mr. Spectacular himself from Panama, Robert CCS in the McLaren. Doesn't look too spectacular right now on the front straightaway. Well, actually, on the, I guess you can call this a front straightaway. I always think it's the other side, it's the front straightaway, the one that leads up to a Rouge. But obviously, this may be it. Front back straightaway. Here goes Robert on the super soft tires. Again, Eric Garcia on the top with a 144.583. Saturday night here in the United States of America, San Antonio, Texas, almost 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Oh, excuse me, Central Standard Time. That's right, I don't even know where I'm in. I am, yeah. Into the bus stop chicane, Robert CCS. Not pushing too hard. Clean is fast. Nice, nice, gentle rotation. See how it doesn't work that wheel too much there. That's the optimal turning right there. Very minimal input into that steering wheel and maximum output. So, you know, for every degree, it's like 10 degrees of a turn or rate. In 8th gear, using that ERS, you can hear it growling underneath the car. Easy through the gears, not pushing the car too hard. Ooh, you want to get that rumble strip. Didn't lose too much time there, but that could not be a good thing for some people, depending on your setup. Already 8th gear through the dog leg, stands on it, flat foot. It goes a little bit wide, not too much. Still doesn't lose any speed. Hard on the brakes at about the 100-foot mark. Slides it on up the chicane here. Oh, that might be a cut track. So we have the order here. I'm board with the Staba data. 146-273. Donnie Staba from Buffalo, New York. Don's Auto Body sponsored driver. Of course, Sasquatch Motorsports driver. Also sponsored by Dow Gas Works. I want to give a shout out to Parada de la Estrada, our F1 sponsor. Mr. Schallenberger, thank you so much, sir. We appreciate you hanging out with us. Another season, best 3 seasons in a row. Go figure, man. Must be doing something right. Woo! Donnie taking it out there just a little bit more than he needs to. Make sure you join us next weekend for the Advanced Driver, the North American Advanced Driver Series, LMP2 GTE Series, where we will be at Road America, I believe it is, taking on ourselves. No, I take that back. Scratch that. Scratch all that. We won't be anywhere near Road America next weekend. We will be at Monza Classic. I totally forgot. Battling none other than the league that I helped Jamie Taylor develop, and I'm very fond of the gentleman drivers there. MOS Australia. Yeah, those guys have a group there that is getting pretty dang arrogant, and I'm going to have to take my ministers of speed over there, you know, put somebody over our knee and give me the old shellacking, because yeah, them boys took some coaching that we gave them, and went and beat the French national sim racing team. Go dig that, man. It was STDRS France, and these are the big heavy hitters, man. Some of these guys have D boxes for rigs. How do I know that? Well, I'm helping Ken market D box. And so a lot of these guys are friending me now on Ken's request. I'm looking, you know, I'm seeing these guys and friending them. One of them has to be, his name is Seba. He's on the French team. And the other one, I think, is Choka. These guys have full-blown triple screen motion simulators. I mean, $20,000 worth of equipment, easy. And these young apprentices from MOS Australia went out there on the track and whooped the living tar out of them. I mean, literally whooped the tar out of them. So I know the French team ain't happy about that. They want a rematch. They were screaming rematch before the race was even over. So I guess MOS Australia got a big head and tried to call me to the square. And should have done that, because I'm bringing the big guns. I'm bringing number 2. I'm bringing Henrik 88. I mean, yeah, Henrik 88. I'm bringing Donnie Stobbs. I'm bringing Rosta. I'm bringing who else? Dale the Whale. I'm bringing who else am I bringing? I forgot. I'll bring a couple of guys out there that are going to be big, heavy hitters. Family Motorsports is coming. So, yeah. We're gonna bang heads with Australia and see what happens here in next weekend at Monza Classic. So that's going to be 2 2-hour races. It's going to be a lot of fun. Stick around for that. Robert moving up the ladder. Hold on. Wait a minute. Here he comes again. We saw Robert a minute ago. He was still at the bottom of the stack here. Here he comes, cruising. Woo! Right underneath Eric Garcia. Fenoria's like, what the name of Sam Hill? Where did he come from? Robert said he hadn't even practiced. Imagine if he would have practiced. Holy smoke, Robert. 144.768. Moving back in time here. Trying to go back in time early on here. Wow. So here's a man who got an upgrade as the past Toro Rosso driver forfeited his seat due to rules infringements. Mr. Legiers was the driver of the Williams and got the call to move up to Toro Rosso. Without hesitation, we have a new Toro Rosso team captain and driver. So put your hands together for Legiers, and congratulations on your upgrade, I guess, would be one way to put it. But yeah, go get him. He's got a good car now. He's got no excuse. Well, he's got a decent car anyway. I don't know about it's good, but it's decent. Here we go. Here we go. The prancing horse coming out. Or coming in. Mr. Levis Slampy, my lead driver for Gunfighter Motorsports, the two-time reigning world champion in Formula One, and of course a winner of the both Constructors' Cups both years, with Rio 1974 last season. Of course, Rio retiring and leaving Mr. Finn to bode for himself here. Been a little tougher this season. No backup with Rio, but he's had to battle Stylen. He's had to battle both Red Bull drivers and both Renault drivers. So it's not easy for Mr. Finn to hold on to that World Championship, but if anybody can do it, my driver can. He's solid. He's rock solid, and he's ready to go. So what's going on here? What's Robert doing? Must be out of gas. He must be out of gas. So that's it for Q1, I guess. Yeah, I guess it is. I think we have more drivers than 8. I think we have 10. Not sure what happened to the other 2. Who knows? It's been one of those weeks, I can tell you that. You know, and I quite frankly thought this was going to be a little bit more of a crowded room. I expected a couple more drivers to show up, but in a way I'm kind of glad they didn't. But I don't know. I got my own reasons, but yeah. That's all right. You know, I'd rather be small and controllable than large and out of control. So, does that make any sense? I guess it doesn't. Wallace, what do you say about all this? He doesn't care. He just wants. He's got a Sasquatch Motorsports shirt on. No family motorsports gear at all around Wallace here today. Oh, got the new Red Bull with the Jamie D logo scratched out and Legiers written L-O-G with a G backwards. E-R-S, something like that. I don't know. But yeah. Got a new shirt. Got his brother Bo Wilson Atlas chaps on, so he's happy, man. He's happy, good to go. All right. So Robert coming in, creeping in. Mr. Spectacular with 11 seconds to go. Robert TCS, the last car in, probably out of fuel. This is Robert's first full season back since his wife gave birth to their baby boy last few months ago. Robert's been helping his wonderful wife, of course, being a good father and doing what he needed to do. He's finally got permission to come on back and race with us. So I'm looking forward to the excitement. Robert has been one hell of a driver this last few races. He's already gotten in trouble. He's got a letter of recommendation and reprimand, and yeah. But you know what? I got to defend Robert, man. I mean, you know, he's back. He's excited. Watch his drive. He's strong. He's right there as far as speed. I mean, look at that. He's right underneath Eric Garcia. Undoubtedly one of the fastest men we have in motorsport simulation. One of the cleanest drivers, along with Fenorio. And part of one of the strongest teams ever put together. So for Robert to go up there and slide between the 2 Red Bull drivers is incredible. Leaving Finn behind as well. So I'm not sure if Finn likes that too much either, but well, it's still early on here. We'll see what the evening entails. So again, 6 Johnny, Watch the Dog, broadcasting live right here from the Fortress of Speed with the Ministry of Speed in San Antonio. It's getting murky, getting dark, getting cloudy out there. Looks like it's going to rain. You know what? I don't care. Let it rain. I'm inside. So we're waiting on cars to come out on the track here. Not sure if Red Bull is going to try to play the strategy game. I was watching some of their testing, and it looks like Fenorio is not as quick as Garcia, but Garcia's been on fire lately. I mean, he has had so much pace, it's almost pathetic. Look at the 2 Renaults coming out together. That was killer. That was killer. That was the 2 Renaults anyway. So, that sure was. On board now with Rosa 236 as he works his way down the back fairway underneath the Fly Emirates Bridge toward Eau Rouge. Sponsored by Cal Glassworks. And of course, Trojan Mini. He's on the juice. Got that DRS wide open going up to the bus stop. Let's put some telemetry here on Rosta. Nice. Ooh, boy. A very familiar sound there, or should I say a route that he's taking there, like Robert, not pushing the corners too hard, not pushing the throttle in the center of the corner there, just allowing the car to roll through it and, you know, applying the gas pedal where he needs to. Once he gets that thing swinging around, it's going to be like a fat girl on a centrifuge. You know, you'll be able to stay with those lines, but cars going to want to pull ever more outside their line there. He's just on his outlap right now, trying to put some heat in those tires. Exciting times. Bro Wilson's on the throttle now. He's not waiting to put no heat in no damn tires. Works for the U.S. Postal Service, Brother Bill Wilson, Mr. Dennis Graham, a GT Sport driver and multi-class enduro driver. Now, open wheel F1 rookie, I guess. Not really a rookie, but not as seasoned, not as spicefully seasoned as some of these other drivers, but still certainly a bone to chew on. On the DRS, 200 miles an hour. Boy, he got the speed in that thing. Where's he going to break at? Dennis breaking at the 50-foot mark. Holy moly, Dennis. Through the bus stop chicane. Nicely done. Spins the tires just a little bit. Try to get that power up there. Pretty hot up there on top of the mountain. Nice. I like his shift pattern. Quick and aggressive. And I was racing with Rosta and with Rio and Finn one night. I said, Rio, how are you so fast? He said, man, there's 8 gears in this car. Use them all. And use them quick. And I took that to heart. I picked up my time a couple seconds. So, yeah. I don't know. Nice. One more. Hit it for the dog. They call now. Take it. Here we go. Take flat footed to the dog leg right here. Woo! Doesn't even go out wide. Nicely done. Stays on the throttle. Where's he going to brake at? He lifted it somewhere right past the 100-foot mark. Race around. All right, good job. Let's find out what else we got cooking here. Aha. Rosta with a fast lap of 146.933. So Sasquatch Motorsports climbing up the ladder. Uh-oh. 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 So Donnie, oh, the other Sasquatch number 2 driver, knocking him over the head with his rubber sledgehammer, a 145.604. Here comes Garcia. He's not going to take that lane down. Watch this. Bam! Bam! Here's Anthony Johnson. He's going to pick up one. He just started his last lap here. Has to lift over. Still sliding on top of the mountain there. Car got really light. He had to lift big time. Through the bus stop chicane. This thing has a lot of rotation in that car. Not too bad. Turns well for him. But look how much more steering input that he puts as opposed to Robert. Almost 5 degrees more to get that car rotated in the same spot. Look at that. Way over there. Here he comes. Woo! Donnie at 145, 265. What's he breaking at? Way up the ladder there. Scared. Benorio, scared. Here he goes. Nothing doing P4. Oh boy. Whoa! Gonna wreck that new car before you get anywhere with that thing, man. Whoa! I don't think he's familiar with that car at all. No, I don't know if he likes that or not. Not making the same moves he was in the Williams. Gonna take some getting used to here. But here's the man with a story right here in his hand, with a championship in his hand, 2 of them. My driver. Uh-oh. Sponsored by Reese's Pieces. They're absolutely delicious. Thank you. Can't bring down the Ferrari. No, not really. Rocket Rod, Rocket Rod, Rocket Rod, Rocket Rod. No, no Rocket Rod. So doesn't look like he's going to be joining us for any conversing tonight. It's a kick. Nice rotation. Look at that very minimal input into that steering wheel. Well, we saw, I think it was, who was that? Not Finn, it was, I think it was Robert. Really cranking that steering wheel there. I know he can't be satisfied with 2 laps of practice. I know that's not the case. There's no way he can do that. I'm at Ps4 now. So, Phil Wilson is yours, and everybody but Donnie and Rosa taking it serious. These guys are just messing around, probably smoking some banana peels back there on some of that fine Dow Glassworks glassery. You know, we're gonna tell you. Stop by their Facebook page and tell them that I sent you and get kicked out. And get security calls on you. Johnny sent me. Hey, Johnny sent me. Get out of here! Security! Yeah. They call him Panty Boy. Brother Bill Wilson, modeling, former panty model for Victoria's Secret. In both men and women's attire of the evening. Yeah. Around the bend he goes, but not to Grandma's house. Right behind him is going to be a Toro Rosso driver with 2 minutes to go. This could be interesting here. Tenorio and Garcia. So these 2 guys are out here. Finish boy on the top step of 143.5. Oh, it should be 616. My man, my guy. We're talking about my guy. Yeah, you thought I was going to say my guy, right? I'm not. I said my guy. Get it my way. That's Burger King. I did it my way. Down the last bit of tricking bits here to pass the dog leg is Fenorio with 1 minute and 6 seconds to go. Finished boy on the top step by just a tad. Fenorio looks like he had to lift a little bit too much. Come through there. Here we go. Nada. Let's move on down the ladder here and look at bubblegum here. Come on, yo. Come on. No bueno. No bueno. Oh. Don't do that, Johnny. Woo! To the bus stop. All right, let's see what we got here. Where's Eric? Where is Robert? And where? Get out of the way! Get out of the way! I don't care what the gameplay says. Get out of the way! Thank you. Fenorio. And... uh-oh. Garcia, right here. Obviously, you know now that that wasn't the drink for us, the red wine. On to the braking marker. Where's he braking at? Woo! Underneath the 50-foot mark, well into the 90-foot mark. Ah! That's a little too close for me at 150 miles an hour plus. Whoa. on the DRS zone. Look at that, Fenorio, 143.367. Whoa, we got some head shake. Some big head shake here. Woo! I'll tell you what, Fenorio taking the top step so far. Where's Finn at? Oh, God bless Finn, man. You need to come out there and just do something. Oh, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. Here comes Robert. Yeah, here comes Robert. Where's Garcia? Here he comes. So Fenorio sold himself short here. Didn't get the pole right off. 146.3. That's a fast lap, but here comes Garcia. Rolling like a freight train. It's over. All over but the crying. Q1 is taken by none other than Fenorio. What can I tell you? I'll tell you what we can do. We say a quick prayer here. Father, in the name of Jesus, we just ask for forgiveness of our sins. We just ask that you put your hand of love and guidance over the drivers and teams here that are joining us tonight, and even those that aren't. We forgive their activities and their behaviors, Father, because you have done so for us. We just ask for a helping heaping of grace and mercy, love and peace, hope and direction. We ask these things in Jesus' name. Amen. Ain't that right, Wallace? Wallace says amen to that. All right. 8 drivers tonight. Small field. Doesn't matter. It's all good. We're still going to bring you the rock and roll the same way next weekend. A different story. This room is going to be exploded. 7 Australians versus 7 Ministers of Speed. It's going to be a head-to-head combat at Monza Classic. Don't you dare miss it. 2 races, 2 hours long. Not 2 hours each, but 1 hour each. And some of the best sim racers on the planet. Yeah, it's going to be great. You guys check it out. Personally, I got my money on the one of the Haynes boys. I'm not setting my guy short, but number 2 and Hendrick are going to be our only hope, Obi-Wan. And Hendrick won both practice races last night. Even though number 2 didn't show up, I'm more than confident in his ability to overcome and adapt, and hopefully bring home a "you shut your mouth" trophy. You know, so we're working on that, and it's all good. So we're waiting on these drivers to spool up here. I'm excited. I am excited. Anybody with me? Who's that? Rocket, did you come in here? Yes, Johnny, I made it in here. I just want to tell you thank you for having me and recognizing my great achievements. But you forgot one thing. I'm the Glory Hole champion of 2018 as well. There you go, Glory Hole champion, Rocket Rod. Here we go, on the stripe, on the starting grid. Lights are going to go out here at Spa-Francorchamps. 8 drivers, 8 attitudes. We're off. Fenorio, Finish Boy, Eric Garcia, Robert, Rosta, Donnie, Bo Wilson, and Legiers bring up the rear here. So Fenorio out front with Finish Boy right on his gearbox here. So pretty clean first turn there, which is what we wanted. Rosta down 2 spots, Bo Wilson down 2 spots, but it's not over but the crying yet. Up the hill now, cold tires, cold brakes. These guys got to be careful here, especially Finish Boy in the draft of Anthony Johnson. We know Anthony to get real squirty, real fast. And the closer Finn gets, the more in danger he is. Woo! Look at that move by Finn. He's going to try to take the light, move on the inside there. He has a preferred line. As Fenorio snatches, grabs that spot right back. But Finn had a massive run. Holy smoke. Fenorio won last race here. Actually, not last race, but last week, 2 weeks ago. Where were we at? We were somewhere. And Fenorio taking the top step. Oh, we were at Monza. That's right. So I'm glad to see him do well. But the real show is these guys right here up front. Fenorio and Finish Boy. Followed by Eric Garcia. Look at Eric Garcia taking a look at Finish Boy. Trying to just gnaw him up there. Finn. A Red Bull sandwich right now. Yeah, he's definitely going to try to bring ahead steam here. But the track's looking a little funny. Nicely done here. Sweeping it around. 1, 2, 3. Here comes the Red Bull. Followed by, I want to say a Ferrari, but that's not a Ferrari. No, it can't be. Ferraris follow no one. They need the pack. Uh-huh. Tell you what, someone's going to get knocked on the head here. For sure. Fenorio bringing it around here. That 5 of 44, what happened here? Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. This way P2 Bro Wilson, DNF. Oh. Eric taking a look around Finn there, couldn't get it done. Finn was on the throttle hard. Oh, slides it into the first turn here. This is going to be a battle. Tell you what, let's go on board with Eric Garcia. And watch the Filipino porn star. His latest blockbuster hit, Filipino Ladyboys on Fire. As he works his way around Finish Boy. With 6 laps in. There you go. Oh, he's looking. People have a tendency to roll off the throttle there and tap the brakes. Legiers did not. Kept that car rotating and hammered down. Shot out there like a cannon. You gotta love it. Try to get your Legiers action figure and bobblehead available now at the Legiers trailer. Ladies, come on down and get your Legiers butt plug and, of course, asses chaps. Guys, halter tops and bend-wall balls are available to every size imaginable. That's right, Legiers, the first name in clown car porn sex. Here we go. Legiers is going to do something. He folds up like red cardboard and brings it onto the house here. So after standing on the top step in qualifying Q2, the Roman gladiator himself, Donnie Staubitz. So pit stops are starting here. Legiers in first and getting a fresh set of rubbers. Hey, oh, rain, yeah! Intermediate tires, good job. Here comes Mr. Bold himself. He definitely got moisture on the track, so you gotta be careful now. Although there's no rooster tails, these cars, they hit a slick patch and I said a bye-bye. Whoa, yeah, These guys know when it rains, you know what to do, man. Come on in, get your four fresh. Because there's always some Yahoo who thinks he can stay out longer than the rain has come into play. I can do one more, Johnny! I said, okay, go ahead. This is Air Life calling in the stupid driver. Yeah, helicopter's got to pick him up and stuff. And here we go. Legiers still out by himself here. Like I said before, it's going to be a long and lonely night. In the pits now, Robert TCS on the fourth step. Oh, he's out. Looks like he kind of prematurely left. Oh, no. So there's the first round of punishment as Donnie Staubitz picks up his track limits violation. 3 seconds. Woo! Look at Rosa crabbing down the front straightaway there, or sliding down. Oh, talking about drift daddy. 10 laps to go, Upper Rouge. Over the hill he comes. Car is nowhere near the same body motion as Finn's was. Finn had that left front almost off the ground there as he cranked that wheel up the hill. Here we go, Rosa 236 on the brakes. Coming to the first bus stop chicane here. Dow Gasworks sponsored driver. All by his lonesome. Huh? Where is it? Where is it? Where's that caution at? Oh no! Talk about Rosta. And this is what you get. At the name of Rosta 236. Sasquatches flee. All right. Look at this. Look at this. This can't be real. This can't be true. Can it? It is. Battle for last spot here. Donnie Staubitz and Legiers. Two Depends for Adults sponsored drivers. Whoa! What a save by Legiers. What a save. I guarantee you his diaper is full. Oh no! Oh no! Come on, buddy. Come on, bring it back in here. On the intermediate tires, no reason to pit. He kept it off the wall, but holy moly. Right in front of Donnie Stobbs, a long, lazy spin. And Donnie stayed hammered down and got right around it. But, whoo, man, that could have been a moment for sure. I'm sure Lazier's fitted up that diaper to its maximum hold points. Yeah, because there was a wall right there next to him. He might have collected the wall. I don't know how hard he did, but yeah. So, Rosta in the pits, taking off those yellows. A new nose and a fresh set of tires for Rosta. I would have came out full Rick. I mean, I would have came out. Oh, Lazier's a 5-second penalty. Speedy of pit lane. What a lunkhead. Wow. I would have bought Barry Allen over here, the Flash. Rosta's been harnessing his inner Stig. We'll see if he can't do that tonight. And get on the podium in a Premier Class event. What do you know? I'd like to see that. I'd like to see that. He's podiumed on the GP2 race a couple times. I think he's even won a GP2 race. I'm not sure. I don't think he has, but you know, you never know. You never know here with Craig Wingate. I mean, I'm sorry, Rosta Wingate, Ryan Wingate. Yeah. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, we'll move around. We'll talk about him more. Let's take a minute to he's cranking up with Finn, our reigning world champion with 12 laps and 12 laps to go, 44 laps. 44 laps total, 12 laps down. Mr. Johnny walks out. Oh, saying, hey, stick around. I'll be right back. Enjoy the stream, folks, and we'll see what Finish Boy has cooking to be able to speed here. No pressure from Anthony Johnson or Eric Garcia. They're 9 seconds back. On top of the mountain, working our way down, down, down into the night. Right on with Finish Boy. you like speed, then you know you're listening to the sounds of speed. Whoa! You hear a lot of throttle modulation on Finn as we follow him around. I was in the other room getting a drink, and I can hear him just lifting and feathering that throttle. Definitely working that the weight of that car around. Got to be so gentle with the throttle here and the application of power. Oh no! Not enough 5 drivers. It's ridiculous. It really is ridiculous. Total lack of preparation for these guys right here. 1 day of practice, and yeah. What am I gonna tell you? Total lack of preparation. I don't even know what to say. All right.
I don't either.
Yeah, I hear ya.
When you come unmuted.
Yeah.
I switched over to the inters and crashed it.
There you go.
Crashed it and did it coming into the last S. Not what you would kind of expected, but
yeah.
I mean, it just.
Well, I don't know what to tell you.
I don't either. It's.
Yeah.
That's not where it's supposed to go.
No, that's for
I'm not
sure.
sure what happened in the beginning. I thought somebody hit me, but I looked back and I don't know if it was Donnie or not, so hopefully he recovers if it was.
He's out. He just retired. DNF, yeah, South Track North, there he is right there. Don Sabat's folding up in the rain here. Not sure what happened. We were watching him, but the DNF for both Southwatch drivers. Oh, another one in the wall here. That's the Gears in the wall here. There it is right there. He's trying to get the thing turned around. He's stuck. Oh my God. He's on full wets. He's backed it out now. Yeah, he's backed it out now, and here he goes. So he's got to point it in the right direction in the DRS zone, but no DRS for him. That was coming up the Rouge. So he's on the full wets. Just no traction out there as the rain is coming down. It looks like it's pretty hard rain, as a matter of fact. Not sure if more than interest can't handle this. Oh, look at that. Just jumping over everything here. Wow. So it's harder than inters, raining harder than actually raining harder than the inters can take, but not hard enough for the full wets, I don't think. So, I don't know, caution out in sector 2, but not a full course caution, as a finish boy still lead him around here, 8 seconds in front of Eric, Robert, Fenorio, and Legier. So 5 cars left tonight. We didn't have a big field. I think we had 10 cars total, maybe 8 cars or something like that. So, yeah, Bo Wilson out, Rosta, and Donnie. So, not a good showing for these guys tonight. Bad points night. Could have been a good points night as a styling night in the room here. And, you know, whoa. So I tell you what, Legier's, Fenorio, Robert, and Eric are going to make out like fat cats tonight with the points. But so, I don't know. So are you going to go to your lockout there, I guess? Your 9:30 scheduled appointment?
I had another locksmith set to cover that, so I don't know.
Nice.
Actually, now that you say it, I could see if I, still go make some money, but I was just going to check it off.
Yeah, no, it's just have a seat, but relax. Yeah, it's a shame, but,
Yeah, it is. Let me bring up some good points about the points.
I'll tell you what. Well, we saw you the other night at racing against the Australians in an all-out, full-on combat situation. We know you have the potential. Again, F1 is just such a finicky creature, man. You have to practice so much. With guys that have full-time jobs.
It's so much different than I don't know, than the other ones.
And Project Cars, obviously.
I don't know. I still don't quite have the hang of it, which is obvious, but there was just something about the stage between those tires there. I don't know.
It's possible.
I didn't expect it to step out.
Well, again, there's so much that has to go into this. You don't expect something. You feel like the car's comfortable, and obviously the car's not. I'm going to tell you something different, but that just comes from hours and hours and hours of dedicated work. Obviously there's guys that have full-time jobs like yourself, that are starting businesses like yourself, that help their wives and their daughters and their mothers, and busy people, man. And I get it. So not everybody has the time, but what can I say? It's a hard thing to wrap your head around. It's a lot of fun when it all comes together, that's for sure. We've seen some great racing out of everybody here tonight, anyway. So he's back out after fixing some damage here. Legier's in the U Toro Rosso. having that inherited from Jamie D. Jamie D no longer racing with us due to technical infringements, but okay, it is what it is. So now he's back out with a head of steam and passes what he whoa! Oh, he almost did it again. He's on the leaders now. Where did you wreck at? Further up over here? Where'd you wreck at, Rosa? Whoa! Whoa! Talk about shortcut. Talk about a shortcut. Penalty there. So Donnie out, and he's left the session. Okay, well, not sure why he crashed out. Snick is the button, you know, lack of practice. So I can tell you.
I didn't know. I didn't see anything.
Yeah, lack of practice, and you know, I'm sure he feels bad, but you got to come out here and you know, you got to give it a lift something at least 4 or 5 hours a week before the race. You know, Spa, very hard track to get around, man. A lot of people don't think it's a hard track. It's a lot of fun. It's a big, famous, you know, world famous track, but it has its challenges for sure. Rain is one of them, obviously. Constantly raining here.
Oh, I had it set up. The car was great, but as soon as we started racing, I don't know. Actually, I was chasing. Who was I chasing down? Robert. And I was just trying to keep up with him, and I was pushing a little hard at first, and that's where I got my front wing damage. Well, from there out, it was just kind of a fight. Fixed the car, and then I crashed it.
Well, I mean, me and you, we obviously know we've done enough testing and we've done enough racing to know that once the actual game starts, we can do all the testing we want offline, even in public rooms. It's gonna feel okay, but something about getting in a game situation, telling the game this is gonna be a game. You set it up for a game, you know, a race, and the car feels different. You know, I don't know if it has something to do with the parameters changing of the room or what, but you know, what felt good now feels horrible, and vice versa. So, you know, not really your fault.
Yeah, it was just crazy how quick the grip went away when it went from the dry to wet. I mean,
it went pretty quick, didn't it? I mean, the track was...
It did, but it didn't look like it on screen. On screen, it looked like it was still sprinkling.
So if we were taking the chance of going on again and getting caught out halfway through, that's what I saw.
Yeah, I know. I should know.
Well, I mean, you know, again, dude, you should know how many times we tell you when it starts, when you see the first drops of rain, you know, even though I don't have control of this, you know, Project Cars, I would really do that because I have control of the speed of the rain, but here I do not. But, you know, it's still a rule of thumb to take into you know, consideration. Rain bad, you know. These Australians and some of these other guys we've seen racing, they'll stay out there, man. I mean, 3-4 laps and, you know, push a ragged edge of the envelope. You know, that to me, that's scary, but you know, some guys can just have the knack for that, man. I do not, man. I mean, you know, it's all over if you crash. You know, there's the extremes are too much. Oh no! Into the wall, knocked the wheel off. Legier's out of the session. Oh my God!
Another one down.
We're down to 4 drivers now. Fedora, Robert CCS, and Eric Garcia. So the 2 Red Bull drivers, a McLaren versus a Ferrari. Finn with 18 laps to go. I wonder if he wants to do this halfway. He probably, I don't know if he does or not. Maybe do a half version here or a half race. I don't know what he wants to do here. He may not. I mean, he's gonna, if I don't say nothing, Finn will race it the whole way through. You know, but quite frankly, that's a long time, man. You know, I mean, let's see what happens here. I don't know. What do you think we should do here at this point? You beat me for a minute here. What would you do?
This is one of those moments where I'm glad I don't have to do that. Make those calls.
Well, gee, thanks,
Sorry,
bud.
man, no
Gee, thanks, bud. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, there was no help. You just told the world what a shit job I have. So, yeah.
How much I appreciate that you do.
Yeah, woo, man, I tell you what, man. Yeah, these guys put me right on the spot all the time. I got to come up with the right decision. Now, usually it's the wrong one or too extreme. You know, if I go in there and if I wait till halfway, that's legit, right? It's more than halfway that you can call a race, right? Or is it more than halfway? I'm not sure what the protocol is on that. When can a F1 race be called officially? Is it 3/4 of the way or halfway? I'm not sure. Why don't you message Zebra for me and ask him? He's awake right now, or maybe call him and ask him when that is. I need the right answer for that, because if I come in here and try to tell Finn something and it's the wrong answer, he's gonna get mad. You know what I'm saying? So it's got to be the right answer. Let's find out. Somebody out there watching, messages or get hold of Rosta and ask him. The answer to our question is, when can an F1 race officially be ended? I want everybody to have maximum points. He's only scoring points for 4 drivers tonight, right now, so far. So this shouldn't be too hard of a math fix for him. So, Mr. Leva Slappy dominating here tonight. A great start. Exciting stuff, man. It was pretty clean, to say the least. But what do we do here? A tough call for sure. But one that has to be on the money with a guy like this. I would say at least halfway, which is another 3 laps. So Mr. Evasapi down the hill toward, where's he going toward? Nowhere. Oh, here we go. Down the hairpin and heading toward Rouge now. See, I always thought this was the front straightaway. This is where all the pictures, you know, get taken toward Rouge here. Look at that. Look at that. That's almost like Circuit of the Americas, man. Wow! I mean, think how much speed he carries through there in the wet. I mean, you know, if y'all know this or not, this is his favorite track. Obviously, Finn, a student of the art of Formula One, and Spa-Francorchamps is his track, man. I mean, this is as a little boy, I'm sure this is where he dreamed of coming and taking control and dominating like I do now, Circuit of the Americas. But in reality, Finn was, you know, this was here before Circuit of the Americas, and obviously a long and historic track, old and historic, should I say, but a track to be proud of, to say the least. Finn lives in Finland, obviously, and this is in Belgium, not in the same country, nor in the same neighborhood, but definitely in the same hemisphere. And one so aptly liked by our world champion. I believe it's Rio's, one of Rio's favorite tracks as well. And I think Stylen is pretty fond of this. So a lot of the fast guys are definitely fond of this track. Again, a challenge, to say the least, to get these cars around here at Spa. And especially even harder in the rain. 2 laps to go, maybe. We await our answer. Working his way around the track here. Let's find out where Anthony is. Mr. J. Look at Robert. He's coming, boy. 28 seconds back. Garcia right on his back bumper here. Ah! See, these guys are oblivious to the rest of the... Go ahead. What happened?
I couldn't find a straight answer as far as what the shortest distance allowed is. The shortest one was 91. They only did 16 of 81 laps. But I think they only scored them half the points because... Yeah, it was half. It was less than half the race, right? So... yeah, something like that.
Yeah, let me think here. Who do I know that's smart? Besides me, nobody. But you got to get the right answer for the right person. And the guy who has the right answer is racing right now. So I don't want to go in there and ask him. Until maybe he would know. But look at this battle right here, man. Robert and Eric. Now these guys, like I said, they're oblivious. They don't know anybody. Oh no! Robert, what a save! Oh my God! I think Eric gave a little bump with just Robert hitting the curb there and shot off. But oh my God, that could have been a crazy crash there. Robert pulls it out, but they're oblivious that everybody's gone. They're just racing hard. Garcia on the outside, going down the back straightaway toward the bus stop. Robert does the left. Oh my God! Yeah. I'll tell you what, this guy right here, man, quiet. He hasn't said a foul word since I've ever met. I've known Robert. I've known Robert several years, man. He's one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. But put him in an F1 car, and he is a barbarian, man. I mean, straight up barbarian. Hit you over the head with a big stick, take your woman, and, you know, have rabbit monkey sex with her, man. Wild monkey sex with her. Because he is just a beast when it comes to Formula One. I mean, he's already got a reprimand, double secret probation, a couple other things. Woo! But tonight, Racing Garcia for all his... Ooh, look at that tank slapper. I mean, this guy's pushing the edge every lap. Yeah, he's definitely ruffled a few feathers this season. But you know, man, I've been watching his races afterwards, and yeah, he made a mistake, or maybe looked kind of suspect. But I really can't fault him on his aggressiveness. I really can't fault him on his will and determination to get around some of these faster guys, man, or to even stay with them. You know, sometimes you got to do what you got to do, you know, and he's certainly done that. You know, so I really, you know, I mean, if he did something totally bad, you know, come in here and start screaming and hollering, maybe then I'd have to do something. But I really just can't fault him on his driving, man. You know, he's trying to cut his teeth back again. You know, he's been out of when did he stop racing? Maybe like 3 or 4 races last year when we started, and his wife was pregnant, and they had to do all that whole baby thing, you know, and almost a whole year without racing, and kept messaging me, man, when are y'all starting? Y'all gonna don't start without me. And so here we are, starting the season, and oh man, he just come back with a vengeance, man. I mean, every race has just been an exciting to watch Robert here. I mean, he's been 4 wide into some corners here. At Austria, he was 4 wide. I mean, just crazy stuff from Robert, but definitely an aggressive driver. Has been taking good positions on the pole, qualifying well. But during the races, when he has his issues, I think his aggressive level causes either him to have contact with other drivers, and he has to pit as well, or you know, penalties hold him back. But I don't know. In the old days, they used to have a creature called the Berserker, I guess, for armies back in the Nordic days, I guess. And this guy was just full on one mode, war mode, you know, swinging and clubbing and killing, and you know, he was on, man. You know, Forrest Gump style. You know, you're either on or you're off. And Robert is certainly that. You know, he doesn't have a middle switch. It's full on, or you know, not at all. And you gotta appreciate something like that. He's a family guy, man. You know, he's got a wife and kids and stuff, and he comes out here and he races the wheels off F1 against some of the best drivers I know, and I know a lot. So yeah, good stuff there, man. And we're waiting to see you do something here, Rosta, at either Spa or maybe you know, one of these bigger premier class tracks that we're coming up to here. Circuit of the Americas, obviously a good track. Mexico City, I know, was always good, so I'm looking forward to that. You know, seeing where you end up. I think the key for you may be qualifying. You got to qualify a little bit better than you have. Oh, look at that! Oh man!
Hard hit. He's lucky. That's where I did exactly the same thing, and I busted my wheel off.
Man,
I mean, that's exactly it. That's
that back end just washed around there, and at the bus stop chicane, we got a long way to come home now. Oh no, he's not. Oh, he passed pit road entrance. Oh no! Oh no! He's got to go all the way around. He's got heavy damage. You know he does. Robert CCS. Mr. Spectacular.
I don't feel as bad about, you know, doing that.
No,
well, you know, and see somebody it happen to somebody else, but
he was ripping it, man. Yeah, he was ripping it, man.
Was doing great.
Yeah, he was ripping it, man, and that back end just came around. Now, see, that's the aggressive level I'm talking about. You know, I don't mind if you wreck out doing that, because he is pushing. You know, he is trying to stay up there. He's trying to compete with Eric. He just had a good battle with Eric right now. His juices are flowing. You know, yeah, he can still finish. His juices are flowing. He's feeling it. He's in the zone. And the back end just came around there. So yeah, go ahead. The back end just came around, and Mr. Spectacular has pretty much put the kibosh on his evening. And so with 23 laps of 24 down here, I think maybe at the 25 mark we'll call it. I don't know what to do. I kind of want to go there and talk to Finn, but I don't know if he'll hear me or not.
I don't think he'll hear me either, because I crashed out.
Yeah, I think we're off the air for him. I don't know what to do. If I go in the game chat and say, "Do you hear me? Do you hear me?" He's not gonna respond. And so if I message him across the screen, black flag in lap 25, race over at lap 25, he might get mad. You know, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I mean, that's more than halfway.
I don't know.
Well, that's Fenorio right behind him here, and Fenorio behind Robert. What happened here? Oh, look at Robert goes wide in this, get the gravel there, and brings it back on the track. Oh my God, yeah. See, there's even action with just 3 cars on the track. I mean, come on, man.
Absolutely.
What happened to Bro Wilson? Did anybody see anything happen to Bro Wilson there? I saw Dennis.
I didn't notice he was out until I crashed out.
Yeah, I was following him around in qualifying. Yeah, it's all right, but you know, again,
In practice, we had a great battle in practice. Like,
really?
Yeah, I was trying my best to keep up with him. I was like, yeah, he's bringing it. You know what I mean? Like,
all right.
I don't know.
That's spending too much time with him in Gran Turismo, man. You know, he got his ire up there, man. He would go out there and win a couple races in Gran Turismo. I mean, yeah, then comes over here, and it's a little bit harder, man, to transition. But yeah, I got to give credit to Dennis for sticking with it and hanging in there. So, a stop here for Robert. I think that army of guys on his team here, man. Yeah.
That's awesome.
I love that uniform, man. I mean, that orange is just spot on, man. That tangerine orange, I just like that, man. That's a cool livery. Whoa! Oh my lord! I've done that 100 times, man. Knocked the wing off coming out of that pit road edges. Hit the gas just a little bit, give it too much welly. So here he goes up the upper rouge here with cold brakes, cold tires. Robert CCS, Mr. Spectacular. Watch him push hard here. He's gonna break this thing in half right here. Watch. He is gonna try to push so hard.
Hopefully not.
Yeah, you know he is. Like I said, 2 switches for Robert, off and on. He's on right now. Look at that! Look at that! Climbing the curb there. Shades of being supercar racing. Take that car way out there. Get that thing rotated. Yeah. But you know what? Your car was sideways coming down that first straightaway, man. It's like it was crabbing, man. You came off the back end there. Your back end was just, you know, it was just sliding across the track. Was that how loose it was out there? Was it really that slippery?
When I was still on the mediums, just when it looked like it was sprinkling, absolutely. It went from being great to horrible, and almost like snapping their fingers, but you didn't see it on the screen. You didn't really see it.
Yeah, there's something wrong with the game.
The rain.
There's something wrong with the game, man. It's glitching again. I hate that for this platform. I mean, we have so much fun here, and toward the end of the season, these platforms get so unstable as they start working on the new platforms and forget about the old one. But that's not the case here. Look at that, man.
I've been trying to, I don't know, push it a little bit, or maybe because I ride in the cockpit view, so maybe it was different the other, but because even right now it doesn't look like it's raining all that hard.
No, it's not at all.
You know, kind of light.
His rooster tails aren't as high as normally. Like Project Cars, we see them 20 feet high, 60 feet long. You know, I mean, you know, cruising down the Mosan. You know, they got one cranking out there, and Robert get a 5-second penalty there for cutting that corner there. But we've seen other, but we've seen other tracks where, you know, like you said, it just didn't look like it was wet, but man, it was slick as a button out there. Right now, I don't know, what line would you be running? The groove, or would you be running a little bit off with those intermediates? You want to keep the things cool, but on the same token, I don't think he's got enough water for those tires, man. I'd be looking for water right now, man. You know, that. See, look at that right there. See how that spits some water?
Searching around.
Yeah, searching around there, see where the grip is. Maybe off to the right a little bit, or maybe to the left. Right there, see all that water out there? You know, come out there and see if you can get those tires cooled off and get some grip back into them. But he's offline there just a little bit. He gets back in line here, but
still running in the rubbered line.
Yeah, and see, that's the thing here. A lot of guys don't realize that. I mean, Finn does, but the rain won't dissipate through the rubbered part of the track as well as it does through the obviously non-rubbered part of the track. Because the rubber has filled in the grooves of the stone on the pavement. So you know, they tell you if it starts raining to run offline a little bit. I know that's hard because your speed and you know, the way the geometries of the car are putting you is on a set line most of the time on the track. So it's kind of hard to run a line that's a little off to the left or to the right, especially when you're trying to keep pace or do battle with another car. So it takes quite a bit of skill to do all that at one time, and you know, and of course drive and be fast and hold your position, and you know, watch out with this guy, and you know, that's a lot of things to think about. A lot of mental adjustments. So again, F1 not for your ordinary bear. Yeah. I mean, I get it.
There was a go on the second one, like a second call.
Oh yeah, okay.
I think I'm gonna take that one.
All right. Well,
do you want me to check on anything? Well, actually, no.
Well,
I can't go on.
No. Well, no. I might just let it play out. I mean, they only got let's see, 30. They have only 14 laps to go in a minute here. So
Yeah,
I guess
that's
if
cruising by.
I guess if you wanted to stop, you could. But yeah, we'll just run it out here and see what happens. But Fish Boy, 46 seconds in front of Fenorio, who's 49 seconds in front of Eric Garcia, who's a minute and 21 seconds in front of Robert. So everybody's like a lap apart, you know, or at least a quarter of a lap apart, more than a quarter lap, half of a lap apart. So yeah, it's going to be a long evening here for me anyway to make something happen. But go and do your thing. Go Locksmith, and yeah, we'll be on back.
Thanks, Prada Della Strada, and putting on the show.
All right.
we're gonna pull something together.
Eventually, we're going to be looking for another driver to sponsor here.
On that podium.
Yeah, I know it, man. I tell you what, that F1 podium, man, that's a lick here, man. I can't believe Robert's already gotten on one, man. You know, come on, man. You know,
it's possible. Things can happen like tonight where everybody crashes out.
You know, what are the odds though? What are the odds though?
I need to be one that doesn't crash out.
Yeah, but what are the odds? What are the odds though that you know, you got all the Premier Class drivers that are out. You know, and
I could have a top 5 finish just by finishing.
Woo! Come on now. Where's this to be at? You know, just, he'd have been 10 laps down, but he still got a P5. You know, he'd have been happy.
Yeah, it's just this track kind of ate a couple people tonight.
There you go. Well, Spa is notorious for that. So Rosa 236, I'm about to say la vie here, but yeah, great job from Rosa. Southwest Motorsports putting it in the wall a little bit early on that he would have liked to, but he's off to see the Wizard and go with the Wizard somewhere. So yeah. All right, sponsored by Dow Glassworks, Rosa 236. Bye. Bye. It's all board now with the Finnish juggernaut, the Helsinki Hammer. The Finnish lover of ladies. Is he? I don't know. I don't think Finn has ever had a girlfriend. But I know anyway. He's a pretty private guy, but he may have. Probably have some blonde chick named Olga. Or Inga. So on the intermediates, 45 seconds ahead of Anthony Johnson. I'll tell you what, Fenorio happy with the second spot. He wants to do P1, but good point here for Fenorio as he has not scored a P2 finish in a couple of races. Well, actually, he won the last race, but prior to that, how about that? That's one way to put it. Actually, I don't think there's ever been a race where, oh yeah, there was, due to penalties, where Fenorio did not finish on the podium. I think only one race he has not finished on the podium. Maybe 2, but I doubt it. So down the hill he goes, toward the Rouge. Up the hill he goes. He lifted there just a little bit. Just a little bit. That car got a little light on him. But he still maintains a lot of speed heading toward the bus stop chicane here. Brings it around the top of the mountain. And the big red Krupitsky Ferrari. Now, if you're watching the stream and you're interested in racing F1, and you got tons of cars up too, obviously, I'm sorry, Formula 1 2018, there you go, on the Ps4 platform. Certainly feel free to give me a message, and we will see about getting you a seat. You might have to try out. I'm sure you will have to try out a couple of recommendations. Excuse me, a couple of requirements are one, to be competitive, you need a wheel. So if you have a controller, I probably would not advise joining or trying to join. Of course, some controller guys are wicked fast, so you know it's gonna be hit or miss. So we'll see how that works out. The recommendation would be a requirement would be definitely a good internet connection. At least a 30 download. That's bare minimum. I have 200, so I'm good, but other guys do not. And I think they recommend at least 30 to gain. What's the other one? You gotta have a brain. That's always good. Yep, brain is good to have. You gotta really think and think quickly, make adjustments and fuel calculations, mental strategiums. Things of that nature. So you got to be able to walk and chew gum at the same time. That is a definite requirement. What else we got here? Got to have the wheel, got to have the internet, got to have a brain. Yeah, gotta be able to give interviews. You gotta do a couple things that real race car drivers do here in the Formula 1 series. This is a sponsored event, so occasionally you may be asked to give a interview or a make a statement about anything they're asking. Could be your Trojan mini sponsor or anything like that. You have to come off and complain with a correct answer. So yeah, a lot of little innuendos here going to the F1 program, but if you think you can manage all that, I'll tell you what, you will be racing against some of the greatest guys out there, some of the nicest guys out there. Anthony Johnson, a good and hearty soul. Eric Garcia, his teammate, same way. These guys, are dead serious about their Formula 1, as you can see, but they are always up for a good joke and a good laugh. Robert the same way. Robert's a good guy, very quiet, very reserved, soft-spoken. Look where he's at. This boy doesn't say anything. He just comes out here and just puts the Helsinki hammer on your head, yeah, that's all I can tell you. So yeah, come on down, check it out, give us a call, see what happens. We'll see if we can get you racing. I got a couple seats available. I know the Williams are not available, and I want to say one Sahara, but I don't think so. What else we got here? Got a McLaren open, and a Red Bull Toro Rosso. So no, we don't have a McLaren open. We do not. I take that back. So that's Fenoyo right there in front of Garcia. And he's caught him. Ah! No! Garcia in the sand. Just got that back tire in the gravel and looped that thing around here. Beer cans raining down on the Garcia machine as angry fans around the world not happy with this Red Bull driver's performance. Coast to Coast Racing's number 2 driver, West Coast Connection, obviously, Eric Garcia. And here comes the chats concerning Garcia. Go back to the Philippines, you lady boy. Oh, well, hey, watch out now. Oh, sorry. Your driving is no. Oh, well, can't read that one either. Well, definitely not that one. So yeah, not happy with Eric tonight. Here, fans around the world as he spun that thing around. Boy, he was catching Fenoyo though. I mean, he really was. We saw Fenoyo in the foreground a couple times there. What's he got here? Nose change. Nope. Yep. No nose change, but a long leaky stop. They look like an air pressure. Excuse me, a downforce adjustment. He's coming out. He tiptoes it. So Garcia back out, but miles from anybody. 46 seconds back. Still mired 46 seconds back is Fenoyo. And finish with 14 laps to go. If you give me a second here, I'll be right back. I am going to see if we can get this thing stopped here. I'm going to mess this in, which is really bad. So give me 1 second. Let me get my other phone here. I'll be right back. Stick around. We'll ride along with, I'll tell you what, before I go, it's fine. Who can we ride along with here? We already know Finn is a fantastic driver. We all know that. We all know Fenoyo is a fantastic driver. And Garcia, they're all on the L tires now. Wow, all right, so the rain is gone and dried out, and now it's back to fast as a flash. So who's going to be moving fast? Who's going to be moving forward? Let's try. We'll stay right here with Eric Garcia. Uh-oh, the battery's about to die. The battery's about to die. Oh no! Woo, boy! I tell you what, those tires are still cold. He had almost let that car pull him off the track there. The grass is still wet though. I can guarantee you that. Who's in the room with me here? I hear somebody in here. Mr. B. Mr. B, Family Motorsports, #1 driver, not family like tonight, being very antisocial. What's going on, sir? Are you watching?
Busy week, I
I knew it. I knew it. I knew you were moving. I knew you were moving up to the Great White North again. Well, there you have it. Once from Boston, then to Florida, where he was supposed to be what is it, a snow bunny, or what do they call that? Where you go down there, a snowbird, and now back up to the cold, frigid northwest or northeast. Connecticut, did you say where? Or where you going? Or
Yeah.
Connecticut? Yeah, so I don't know, man. I mean, I guess. I guess. But,
This is all family and finances.
yeah. Hey, you know what? That's the way it goes, man. But at least you got a home to go to, which is always important. I believe you said it was like a ranch out in the country?
Yeah.
Oh,
This is nice property.
Oh my God, I'm loving that. I'm loving that, man. You know, you got some trees out there. You got to get you a couple of dogs. Life's gonna be good out there, man. You know, nice summers, cold winters. Yeah, man, I can still get up with the missus on them cold winter, snowy days. I like it. I like it. I like it. I need a missus to snuggle up to. That might help. Yeah, you're not missing too much out here, though. I'll tell you what. If you would have stayed in there, sir, you would have had a good points day. For sure. Robert's going to score P4 points no matter what. A lot of attrition, man. We had 10 drivers start, and it's just been difficult, man. It started raining, and guys have just been off. You know, lack of practice for, for a couple of guys. Donnie, Rosta, they've been busy as well. Donnie snuck in last night maybe for an hour. I don't know how much he's practiced, but it showed on the track that he was struggling with the setup and, of course, a couple other things. This track, we've raced it 1,000 times before, with the Lamborghinis and with other series. It picks and chooses who it wants to win, man. I mean,
I went and ran a couple laps today just to see how it would be.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A lot of these guys, the first practice day, they were just, holy moly, they thought they were going to come out and do some fast laps. Nah. So, I don't blame you, man. I got to give you credit for that. And it's not like you're fighting for a championship.
Want to be in the way, I would have been in the way.
It's not like you're fighting for a championship anyway. You're out there just to have good fun, and you never know, man. I mean, anything could happen. We could have seen Mr. B on a podium with the way things are turning out here. We only got a few scant laps to go, right around 12 laps to go. So, yeah. Where's Little B at? What's he got going today?
He was just hanging out with me right now. He has a practice game or something.
Yeah. Now, next week we're going to be racing the Australians in that Classic Monza. I think after this we're going to go do some laps over there. So if you'd like to join us, certainly feel free to bring a little bit out there. And we're going to be rolling against...
What are you racing?
We're racing the Lamborghini Super Trofeos at Monza Classic. Oh, man! Wow! Aaron Garcia way out there. Lamborghini's fullest, just like we normally do. No assist, but assist will be available. Weather, day, night, damage, penalties, the whole works. Just like a regular room. But Lamborghini Super Trofeos at Monza Classic. Now, I'll tell you what, we raced a couple of races last night there, practice races against a couple of their guys. The Hain 1994, there's two brothers there, Hain 66 and Hain 1994. 66 is the youngest one. He's like the all-around number two, on fire kind of guy, really fast, understands everything about motorsports. His brother, 1994, kind of like Hendrick, he's got a lot of pace, he's a really good driver, really solid driver. Hendrick won both races, by the way, I don't think they like that too much, so I saw him practicing a lot, and I know the other day when we were talking to them, they had been watching the streams of number two and Hendrick and, y'all guys, and seeing what kind of competition they're going to face. The Family Motorsports is in their mouth, and so is number two and Hendrick. So I think they probably heard Little B or seeing you out there, Little B not moving over. They're a little concerned about that American way of racing, man. And I told him, it ain't nothing. Yeah, I said there's nothing foul or wrong about that. That's just he's exactly. I said, there's some guys, feel like, well, how fast do you move over, and they do, well, that's up to you. But these guys don't see it that way, man. This is mine right now, and you have to take it from me, man. That's all there is to it.
If they're that fast, they should be able to walk right by you.
Yeah. No, a lot of them are. It's a new league, to be honest with you, and so some of them have league race before, but A lot of them are new to league racing, and so that's why Maverick had to come in there and kind of, you know, give them the structure. And you know, we've done this. We could do this in our sleep, man. You know, so going over there and the problems they're coming across and the things they're experiencing, for me and you, you know, you already know the answers to them. That's how many times we've done it. And so we just, you know, guide them along, and they've developed, I mean, into a cocky, arrogant group of guys, man. They're calling me the square now, man. I said, hold on a minute. Just because y'all beat the French National Sim Racing League, that doesn't mean anything about it. Let me get the ministers of speed out here, and we'll see what happens. So they were all for it, and I think they, after last night, they're like, uh-oh. So, yeah, that's where we're going next week. So we're going to miss the LP2 series to come out here and answer the call, you know, the old come outside and meet you after school in the parking lot, sissy. So we're coming out. We'll be there, you know. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. So I'm ready for that. You know, you guys are some of the best GT drivers around UNLV. So I think, you know, their guys, our guys, ooh, man, Garcia's just reaching for it. I think it's going to be an exciting race, to say the least. So 2 races, both an hour long. One's going to go from night to day, and the other one's going to go from day to night. Obviously, there's going to be some moisture on the track, some fog, you know, some slippery business during the day. You know, it's going to be the worst possible conditions, man. You know, perfect for us. You know, not so much for them, but we're used to that. You know, we know how to slow down. We know how to work the car. We know how to get around the track. You know, I know you're one of the better rain racers out there. You know, it's not an easy thing, man. You know, that's an acquired skill for sure. So we'll see.
I'm sure they're used to it. They've done it.
Oh, they've done a few. Yeah, not as much as we have, though. Not as much as we have. You know, no, but yeah, they.
That's 6 good, Johnny.
Johnny's not running it then, man. Something's happening there. Yeah, where's Johnny at? But yeah, less than 9 laps to go here. I'll tell you what, Mr. Reed, man, this is a good series here. I'm not sure about some of this personnel here. Not sure what happened to Styling. I have Finish Boy, Fenorio, Eric Garcia, and Robert CCS. That's it. 4 drivers on the track. I've been riding all over Eric for about 3 laps now. He's trying to catch Fenorio, but he had a off. But he is riding hard, man. I mean, he's just really working that car, man. I mean, but we know this already. Garcia's been on par for a win in the last, what, 3 races, 4 races? I mean, he's even, you know, I'm sure you watch the shoot and say, wow, this guy's due to win, man. And he has been. He's been podium second spot every race. You know, the last 3 races, he's just been denied, you know, by a simple mistake or like this, you know, an untimely error. And you know, it's shot now, but he's got the bullet speed pace. I mean, he's there, man. His drive is there. He's not making any mistakes. And if it is, this is one big one that cost him. But I mean, he's there, man. I mean, he's there. I don't know. Robert, on the other hand, makes a lot of mistakes. Been early in probation, and you know, had the reprimand letter and all kinds of other stuff. And you know, again, too, I can't fault Robert for his aggressive driving because, you know, he's back. He wants to drive. He wants to drive strong. You know, it's a good thing, man. You know, he's like your little B when he came back. You know, he was driving out there. He was knocking the wheels off that thing. You know, he's coming in strong. You know, because he wants to be out there. You know, he's making these good, strong power moves, and I can't really fault him for it. You know, guys like Jamie were complaining about him. But, you know, now that Jamie's gone, I don't really think see an issue there. They made a couple of mistakes with other drivers, but nothing that I would say it would be like, oh my God, you know, that's so horrible. You deserve to go. You know, hey man, the guy's rolling the dice. You take a chance. You know, what's he got to lose, man? You know, he got a little baby in the next room. You know, he got a wife in the other room. You know, he's a family man. He lives at home. He's got a simple life, man, in Panama. So this is how he lets it out, man. You know, it's how he lets it out. He puts on his helmet and becomes Senna or something. You know, and look at him now, man. I mean, he's second at qualifying. I mean, you know, he's got some good pace, man. He just needs a little bit more control, I think. So have y'all taken a ride up north yet? Have you done a trip with stuff yet, or is it packing it up?
No, I'm just packing right now. Closing in 3 weeks.
Saying goodbye to the neighbors.
All the inspections done, all that shit done.
Yeah. What's work telling you? Go ahead and take off and get that organized.
Work is I'm still working full time. The company I'm going to up there is the corporate company, they own us.
Oh,
It's still the same company.
it's Haas still, but you're going to the headquarters.
Yeah, I'm going up to the one that owns us. Florida outfit.
I was at the IndyCar race today at Circuit Americas, and I was actually sitting next to a couple of guys from Haas. I mean, they had the Haas jackets, Haas lawn chairs, and Haas. I didn't talk to them, but I mean, they were just a couple of guys. Looked like you and Little B about the same age, you know, same age difference. Looked like a father-son team. Both had Haas jackets on, you know, and sitting there watching the race, man. And I was about to say, hey, do you know so-and-so? I mean, y'all guys know each other like that? Is it that small of a community for Haas that y'all, everybody knows everybody?
No.
No?
No.
Okay. All right.
No, because the actual Haas company is not us. They look at us as we're a bunch of idiots.
Ah!
We're nobodies to them.
Really?
They're the idiots. Trust me, they're the idiots.
You're driving with guys like Grosjean racing for them. Hell yeah, they are. You know, yeah. Why would Haas be a Formula One team and not have, I don't know, the mental capacity that you think they should have? I mean, I don't get it, man. Why do you say they're idiots? What are they doing? The way they handle their business?
I'm just talking about the technicians
Right.
that are at the factory
Oh.
because they're doing it, they're on the phone, and they just treat us like a bunch of idiots. So we don't like them anymore, they like us.
They look down on you because you probably do better work than they do. You look down on them because they don't do any work, and they have a good job. They have the official position. Yeah, I know what you mean. Hey, politics, man. Politics, baby. You know, I used to work at Toyota manufacturing.
All it is politics. I mean, yeah, we all know what we're doing.
There you go. To a sense, to a point, yeah.
We have issues. We're supposed to rely on them, and it just seems like they don't like us relying on them for anything.
It bothers me, son. Yeah, you should have known that. Yeah, they talk down to you because you didn't know that. Well, the guy can't know everything, man. You know. So Fenorio spooling around. He has not picked up 1 second on Finn. 47 seconds is still the gap. Finish boy all by himself. That's just
Ran away with it.
gone, man. This is his favorite track, man. I mean, you know, this guy was snowed in 8 months of the year in Helsinki. So all he does is study F1, read F1, books, magazines, TV, YouTube, you name it, man. He is all about F1. The game, you know, teaching his father how to drive simulation. You know, I'll tell you, man. Yeah, if these guys don't know when they go up against Finn. You know, they're going up against not just a driver, but you know, this guy has total understanding, and that's what's hard to beat. You know, with some of these guys like that. You know, like Stylen. You know, he just got skill. I mean, you know, Stylen's just a physical guy already. So you know, his aggressive level is just different than Finn's. Finn's a book smart guy. You know, he's got a different understanding. So. They're both equal in the skill sense, but you know, one has physical, one has mental. You know, Stylen is not very mental, I guess. Whereas Finn, you know, uses his mental capacity to crush you with his mind. You know, yeah, one of those things, man. It's interesting. You know, a lot of these guys have different mentalities, and they get different results, man. I mean, look at you. You know, you go out there and you put your mindset to it. You just stay consistent. You know, you focus on what you know, and you get your result. You know, whether it's a couple of laps down or on the lead lap or you know, 1 lap down, it doesn't matter. You still get the result that you were looking for, the result you were trying to get. You know, because you stay within the boundaries of yourself. So Robert is, what's the guy here? Oh, so he's a ghost car now. And a lot of these guys try to drive outside that box to do more than they are. And yeah, and that's what happens here. So we got 3 cars on the track left with 5 laps to go. Yeah, that's it. It's over. It's all over. But the Crying Finish Boy again on the top step. Nobody can stand in his way. 3 world champions are coming Gunfighter Motorsports way. But got a question for you. What's a good series to run after the LMP series here? We were thinking about DTM. What do you think about that? That's like German GT3 racing. I mean, it's really aggressive driving, man. I mean, these guys they get out there, man. I mean, there's like 40 cars on the track, and they just go, man. I mean, you know, they run the same circuits, the GT3 track. there's a lot of door banging. There's a lot of I don't want to say crashing, but you can lean into each other there a little bit more, and it's a lot of fun to watch on TV, man. That's for sure. You got guys like Timo Glock, which I met a couple of months back at Circuit Americas for the Croventec. I actually met Timo Glock for the first time there. He's a little guy, man, a little German guy, but he is like the GTM. He's like the Jimmy Johnson of GTM, and so crazy guy, man. Yeah, good stuff. Go check it out on YouTube, DTM, and let me know what you think. Now, not that.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe how about another IndyCar series, man? I mean, this LMP series is a lot.
Like another IndyCar series. The LMP series just didn't materialize and turned out to be what I thought it was.
Well, in a way it is, because I mean, these and these guys are racing Saturday night. I mean, they've already got. Check this out. I don't know if you don't know this yet, but Blaze and Bullet have teamed up, and now they are a team, and they're going to try to bring war to Family Motorsports, man. That's the word that they said the other night when we were talking on the stream there, and I said, I don't know, man, y'all guys are pretty. That's a pretty bold statement, man.
I'm sorry, I just don't see us touching Blaze. Blaze is in another league by himself.
No, I don't know. I don't know, man. Little B has moments of just sheer brilliance, man. I mean, he likes his 7PT car, man. I watched him the other night at
we have to work on it because we don't have the setup, so we have to spend a lot of time and try to get a setup that'll work.
Well,
we got a setup that'll work like we were at Watkins.
Woo, man, that's what I'm talking about. See, and that's the taste that Blaze and Bullet have in their mouth, is that you guys, if y'all focus on whatever y'all are, say this next track, you're gonna say, we're gonna make a statement here, and y'all focus on this track, that you're gonna be almost impossible to beat, and so I don't say they're worried, but it has them, thinking about Family Motorsports more than anybody else, man, and that says a lot for you guys, man. I mean, instilling fear in the heart of your competitors, man. I mean, I don't know, to where they're structuring their entire system around Family Motorsports defense, I mean, trying to get around you guys, man. Because Little B has some great pace in that car, man. I mean, he really does. In the rain, it's just natural to him. So I think you guys are gonna do good here in this series. Now, I don't want to do another prototype series. I don't want to go smaller. Let's see, any car or maybe a Formula Renault series. But again, that have to do some testing. I've never even driven those cars here in this game. So yeah, we've already done Ferrari Challenge. We've done Lamborghini Super Trofeo, IndyCar, GT3,
I would like to do at least one series, whether it's GT3 or something else. That it's default setups. Everybody's in the same car. And there's no advantage. It's all on the driver.
Okay, so like more than the GT3 car? I mean, you want like a GT3, GT4, and GTE or something like that?
Whatever, GTE, GT3, whatever. But I just want it to be default setups. And no assist. Just go out there. They're all set up the same way.
Okay.
Just run them.
What?
You have to learn how to drive it.
Woo!
If it's a goose or a piece of shit.
Yeah.
You have to learn how to handle
Well, there you go. See, again, these cars, you have to set them up, to get the maximum performance. But the Australians have been doing that as well. They've been running default setup for their GT3 series. Rosta's in that, and I'll tell you what, man, that is some crazy, aggressive, cool driving. So yeah, I agree with you. Having to learn how to drive that car without a setup, some of these cars, like the Bentley, are just, horrible, dry. A dead set of cars, man. They're not. But these kids are getting them around like nobody's business, man. The Bentley just won the other night here at Spa. I call that race. Just ripping it down the track. And these cars, and those GT3 sound great, man. I think of all the Lamborghinis and the GT3 cars sound the best. On the Project Cars game. But that's a good idea. I might have to talk to Maverick and see what he's got as far as what parameters they run. Cause we don't really run default, you know. I mean, we've always run setups. I think we've never run a
but the hard thing is, I mean, it's gonna have to be you're gonna set the thing up, and nobody's gonna be able to use any special assists or anything. It's gonna be the way it's set up.
Now, how's that gonna affect you? How's that gonna affect you with the automatic and the?
I'm gonna have to get my shifter fixed.
Okay. I was gonna say, yeah, you have to affect your automatic and your drive line, because if I turn off the assist, then that's gonna be that. Finished with a fast lap, a 146.536, right toward the end here, with just one lap to go. White flag in the air, this time by for Mr. Levis Snappy, two-time reigning world champion. In the booth with me is Mr. B, Family Motorsports #1 driver, watching the pitiful end of the Spa-Francorchamps race with only 4 drivers in. The rest of the drivers DNF crashed or just did not make the show because of one thing or another. But here you go into the chicane for the last time here. White flag in the air for the red Ferrari, the prancing horse of Gunfighter Motorsports. That's right, yours truly. Am I going to a 3rd world championship? I hope I do. I hope I do. I like collecting things, and I'll collect another world championship. See, Mr. B, I knew I could never get a driving championship for Formula 1. I'm not that good. I got my NASCAR championships, but NASCAR is easy, man. But I always wanted one of these, man, and so I guess it's the right way to do it. Be an owner and hire a guy. You know, the very beginning of this whole thing, Anto and Finn were going to be a team, and I said, no, that can't be right, man. You know, that'd be too one-sided. But I mean, by himself, British boy has just fought them all off, man. He's fought off Stylen, he's fought off Fenorio, he's fought off Yaw, he's fought off, you know, the Renaults, you know, the Toro Rosas. Whenever they had a driver in them, he's fought everybody, and he's still out here just picking them up, putting them down. When he leads, he leads. He doesn't make any mistakes. He's precise in everything he does. Wow, man. I mean, you know, you got to hand it to this guy. I know the Finn for a long time, and yeah, a world champion driver. He certainly is. This is it. Lap 44, 146.235, on its way to victory lane here. 46.811 is the gap between him and Fenorio. About as big as a gap with your 2 front teeth there, Mr. B. That's pretty wide there. 46.7. Yeah. Here's the DRS zone, but nobody can share the DRS. Look at that helicopter right over the bus stop there, waiting on Finn. Balls and panties already raining down the track here, showering the track. Big ones, you know, those big granny panties and stuff. Yeah. Little B love dolls landing on the track. All these people just getting Finn praise and glory here as he comes down the field. Oh, look at Fenorio trying to steal Finn's glory. What a dick. A 145.554. Anthony Johnson trying to put the kibosh on the sunshine that's on Finn's face here, but ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen. Watch Finn bust a fast lap on the very last lap and close the door on Anthony Johnson. That's the ghost ship of Robert CCS, who just crumbled the bits under the onslaught of Finnish boy. Dude, I think he can even slow down there, man. That's like the worst part of the track for me, right there. Oh, I've knocked off more wheels right there. Here he comes. Through the kink and through the dog leg. Flat-footed, 8th gear. Look at that. Woo! Makes that thing stick. Where's he going to break at the 50-foot mark? Sure, why not? 3rd gear, 2nd gear. Rips it to the left. I'm sorry, to the right, now to the left. On to the first straight for the last time. A little bit of wheel spin for the Finnish juggernaut. The Helsinki Hammer as he crosses the stripe P1. Oh, what a race, man. I'll tell you what, man. One day I hope to do that for you, Mr. B. Yeah, I will. I will. We'll just put a bunch of little special ed kids there, and we'll put you in there. There you go. Mr. B on the top step, dominating. Yeah. All right, well, bravo. Appreciate you coming in here, man. You know, if you want to test LMPs tomorrow as well, I mean, yeah, we're going to be doing that for the Aussie race. We're probably going to be prepared for that all week. So come on in. Come hang out tomorrow sometime during the day. Mr. Levis Snappy, sir, I was going to stop the race at lap 22, which would have been halfway. Then I said, well, when does an official F1 race can be called because of lack of or whatever? What's the most laps? What's the least laps? When can it officially be called a race? What part of the race can it be called that? How long do we need to go? Halfway or less than halfway?
I think if you want to get full points, you need to do 75% of the race.
I knew it. I knew it was 75%. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think if you do less than that, you only get half the points. There's one instance, I think it was the Australian Grand Prix in '89, if I remember, that was only 14 something laps. It rained the race, so they only gave half of the points to the guys. So
that's what Roasted was in the room when we were talking about that, and I said, Roasted was, I'm gonna go check. So he went and asked somebody, and he came back with that very same thing right there. He goes, well, I know there was one race in Australia where they did. I said, what? And then you said the same thing. See, people, I told you, Finn is an encyclopedia for Formula One. So only he would go that right off the bat without going to look. So awesome, man. But so. If I would have said, "Hey, Finn, let's call it in 22," you would have been no, we got to keep going. Yeah. I'm glad I didn't. I deferred from calling it. I said I'm going to just let it play out, and before you know it was 10 laps. Before you know it was 5 laps. Before you know it, Finish boy on the top step with the Helsinki hammer in victory lane, baby. Gunfighter Motorsports again, a big day in the Constructors Cup, but I think Red Bull has that. But for the Drivers' Championship, come on now. Come on, I'm building another display case. We want 3 of them. Come on now. Great job, Finn. What a start, man. You got out front, and just after that, I mean, you were gone, man. What was the toughest part of the track, other than boredom? The race, should I say? Other than boredom for you?
Yeah, it was first of all a very tough race at the beginning, fighting with the Red Bulls.
Mm-hmm.
I was a hand between 2 Red Bull sandwiches there, so it was a tough battle there with these guys. I think twice or 3 times very close passing Bonero, but was just not able to get him, and then I didn't have any DRS, so Eric was able to get by me, and then the rain came, and it was actually our luck because we were not gonna pit. We were not going to pit on that lap that we did, but the team told me that it's already wet enough to put the intermediates on, so we pitted and put the intermediates on, and that was the right strategy. We gained a lot of time there, and we stayed on there even when it was very, very wet. We stayed on those intermediates because we felt that those were the best tires for those conditions, and there was two spots were really tough. Rouge, of course, was really tough. I already felt on qualifying my car was really loose there, so every time I went there, especially when it was raining, I lifted off so do not have any issues. And another corner that I had issues was Blanchimont, just the corner just before the last chicane. I think few cars crashed out there as well, so it was a really tough corner as well. It's really easy to aquaplane on that turn because you go so fast and you turn all the way to the left, so it's really easy to aquaplane your car, especially when it's very wet conditions like it was today. But yeah, it was nice to be able to not make those mistakes and just being on the rhythm and try to pull the gap to these guys that I was able to pull, and just after that maintaining, and pace was still good on those super softs. In the end, I didn't do another lap in Q3 because I was thinking I was gonna save those tires for the race, and it paid off in the end. So
yeah,
I had to go to the yellow tires at all, so I was able to do 2 stints on the super softs and then 1 with the intermediate. So it really paid off, and I want to also say thanks to our sponsor Vero della Strada for continuing to support the series. So
awesome.
Thank you guys. It was a pleasure to drive today in those conditions.
Ooh, man, Finn, what a great job! What a great interview. I'll tell you what, your Eric Garcia, man. Let's talk about that real quick. On your back bumper there, man, chewing on you, man, for what, 10 laps or something like that? 50, for quite a while. I mean, I think personally, based on that observation, that wasn't allowing you to pass Fenorio. I think had you not had that competition on your back bumper, passing Fenorio probably would have been a little bit more academic. Although Anthony Johnson's not a slow driver by any means, you got to say Eric Garcia was definitely a hindrance. Do you think this guy, if out in front, he would have been a little bit more harder to get around than maybe, I don't know, Anthony Johnson? I mean, it should be the other way around, I think. What do you think as far as positioning?
Yeah, it's tough to say. To me, it felt like Eric was a little bit faster than Fenero was, but then again, it's when you're in a slipstream, you might sound like or seem like you're faster than someone else, but then when you're in a clean air, it can be the other way around. But yeah, they were really close, I would say on pace. So it was really tough, and yeah, like you said, it probably would have been a little bit easier to pass Fenero, but he did a really good job. He didn't do any mistakes on those spots where if he would have, I would have been that close enough to him to slipstream past him, but he didn't make any mistakes on those spots. So kudos to especially all the drivers that finished the race, because those conditions were probably the toughest we've had this year so far. So
tougher than Malaysia last year. Tougher than Malaysia last year, as far as the rain and visibility.
Not as tough as Malaysia. I think Singapore last year was toughest race.
Okay, yeah.
Rain.
Well,
60 laps in the rain over there. So.
Well, this was no walk in the park. You guys definitely did a good job tonight.
No, it wasn't walk in the park, but it's a totally different story for me to race on a street course, because over here you can make a mistake on a few spots and get away with it, but Singapore or Monaco, there's no room for error on those tracks.
I gotcha. Well, Finn, congratulations again on your win. Let's talk to the P2 man himself, Anthony. Yes, sir, Anthony Johnson. I know you heard us talking and picking on you and poking on you and stuff, but dude, your drive is so good that it's boring, man. I mean, you got this thing dialed in, man. You got the handling. Every time I look at your car, it's hitting smarts. You're online. You're in pace. You got speed. You couldn't close the gap. 46 seconds, man, for like 20 laps, man.
What happened is Haas came over in my pit and put me on softs in the rain.
What?
I have no idea. It said they got a strategy change. I did the strategy change and put me on softs. And then on lap 21, it said it had another strategy change and it wanted to put me on softs. So.
And why did you let it put you on softs? I'm not understanding what.
No. The first time they wanted me to go in inners.
Okay.
So I hit for inners, and it put me on softs.
Okay.
That's where he got his big lead, because right out in the rain and on the softs.
And it was full on rain. It was full on rain. It wasn't just little rain. It was full on rain. Yeah,
I know. That's why I don't understand why I got put on softs.
Well, Finn, is there still a glitch issue with the handling? Because Rosta said the same thing. He said his grip just was gone for a second. I mean, it was just, he said he came in, put on wet tires. It felt good. He came out, made a corner, and then it was all over. I mean, there was zero grip on the car. So I'm not sure. Is there some kind of glitch that is still going on or something like that? Because
I would say there's maybe a glitch on the tire front, but I know that there's sometimes I've had those issues as well. That, when it says change strategy and says, like Funero said, that they're going to put intermediates on, it doesn't change there. So that's why when it said that to me as well, I dialed up and made sure that it was there, because when you push the button and go, see what you can change wing and you can change tires like manually in the game. You push that, then you see what tires they're really gonna put in your car. So I would say that next time you make that adjustment, that you double check that.
I'll make that adjustment.
You were a little bit in front of me, so you didn't have. Basically, you had no time. You just had to and hope that, you know, I was just a little bit behind you, so I was able to double check that they really made intermediates.
Right. So taking your eyes off the road just for that little second to punch the button to look and to concentrate, that's going to slow you down. You're going to lose some time.
No, well, it wasn't that. It was coming around. What he's saying is coming up to the last chicane is when they told me the strategy change.
Okay.
So I did it and didn't look. He's saying he had enough time behind me.
Right.
To go through the chicane and change everything. I didn't have time.
No. He's putting pressure on you, and so yeah, you don't know when he's checking, but he sure knows when you slow down.
I was too close to the pits.
Oh yeah, too close to the pits. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the same thing that's going on in Project Cars too. So these guys are pre-programming their pit strategies, and so when they pit, they just push select, and they select that strategy. Well, it's not giving, it's not loading. Well, no, but that's pretty much the same thing you're doing. Is if it's giving you a pre-selected strategy that they're calling, it's saved somewhere already. So it's not loading up. Is what's happening is that it's loading up something completely different, or it's going back to default, which is probably hard tires or something jacked up.
Back to default.
Yeah, and so that's exit. And so you come in and it's pouring down rain, and you just push that button. You rely on the game to give it to you. It's not going to happen, man. I tell these guys now, don't just take that off and just manually input that stuff, because that's the only way you're going to get it. Yeah, you're going to have to do that because and
they wanted to put me back on softs on the 21st lap.
See, that's ridiculous. It was pouring down the 21 laps in, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, don't let it's like automatic by weather too in Project Cars. You let the game choose, and if it's not raining hard enough, and they put you on softs again, or vice versa, or it's raining too hard, you're gonna get stuck out, man. And I don't let the game choose for me, man. You're gonna have to develop that trait, man, and that's another skill too, man, to make that adjustment yourself while driving with a guy like Finn on your back end.
At least I salvaged second. I mean, I was back there.
All right.
But
Well, I'll tell you what. Let's talk to number 3 man. I know he's here. He's been waiting all night. Eric Garcia, the California kid, the West Coast connection. Dude, your car, man, was even better than the other night, man. I mean, you were on it. You were just chewing on Finn, man. What happened, man? I mean, why couldn't you get in front of Anthony at the start? What happened to you at the start there? I think that's where you lost the race, isn't it? You had to go in.
I lost.
Did you have to pit?
I lost the race when the rain came too early. I wasn't expecting it that early, and then I was following Tenorio, and he came into the pits, and I couldn't go into the pits at the same time. I was too close. So, and Finn was right behind me, so I had to push those super softs in the wet. And
how far did you go in that?
And then, how far did I go on that?
Yeah, what did you do on those super softs?
Just one lap, but one lap, cost me a lot of seconds.
Did it change that fast? No, Rosa told me that it changed within a few seconds. It changed from wet to super wet. I mean, it was just really slippery. Is that what you felt too?
Yeah, it changed really quickly.
Okay,
it changed really quick. So I lost it right there. And then when I came into the pit, I was like ended up like 8 seconds back on Finn. And then I tried to gamble with the wets, with the full wets when it started pouring, and that even set me back even more.
Oh my God! So from out of the frying pan into the fire, and
I just coasted through, I guess. And
you knew what time it was at the points. Were you aware that people were gone? I know you were racing Robert there for a little while, pretty hard, man. Now, I want to ask you quickly about that. Did Robert race you pretty clean there? I mean, I didn't see any infringements on Robert's part, but he's been peed for that, and some pretty aggressive driving. He didn't look like he was over aggressively driving, but what's the update on that? I mean, were you happy with that performance there from Robert?
Yeah, it was fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I had no issues there.
Pretty good stuff there. Exciting. You're racing people all around you, for the most part anyway. I guess coming from the back to the front.
I saw that people were dropping left and right, and then there was no reason to push.
There you go.
The grid order.
Nah, well, hey, good points today for Red Bull anyway. But y'all guys got the Constructors Cup pretty much wrapped up. But again, just these guys lack of practice, man. Lack of practice. You can see it in Donnie Sabbitz's performance. You can see it in some of these other guys' performances. And not taking these guys work full time. They do their thing, but to race at this level, man, it's going to be. You have to put a little bit more effort into that Formula One program, man. You're gonna have to do it, man. I mean, Fenorio, he dedicates all his time to this. You too, Eric. When I called you, I was well aware of that. And I told these guys when I hired them, when I told them to come on and race with F1, I said, the guys are going to be racing. They are into F1. They are into F1. So read my lips. They are into F1. So. Their performance is only reflective on their input into the game. So, again, y'all guys are on the top as usual because y'all practice and y'all do what y'all do. And Finn, I know you practice a lot offline. If you're not practicing, you're inputting yourself with some kind of other Formula One, information or something like that to make it all come together. Yeah, man. Fenorio, I know he's dedicated. So. Again, practice, Fenorio. That's your line, it shows here, man. I mean, this is a big track. It's a very popular track. A lot of people, they think they can come here and run fast. And Finn, how hard is it to make good lap times here, man? How many lives have been lost here? I mean, how hard is this track for real? I mean, it's crazy, man.
It's a really tough track.
Mm-hmm.
It's especially because it's 7 kilometers long. The lap takes. Minute and 45 seconds, and so if you make one mistake, it makes a lot more time than some other tracks because it's along the tracks. So.
Mm-hmm. Well, remember the old version in Toka? They had the old version, the one that with the very end. It didn't have the last hairpin.
Yeah,
it had that
bus stop chicane is the other way. Yeah.
It was big. Yeah, it was
right to left. Yeah, it's from left to right. So.
I like that version, man. I mean, that was a cool version.
I think Kimi said as well that he likes that version of the track more than nowadays. It was easier to pass on that corner than it's nowadays on the last last chicane.
I agree. Yeah, good track though. Exciting. I like the old small version. We have that on Project Cars too. I mean, that thing is long, sweeping. It's got no curbs, no walls. It's just got forest and death. Yeah, that's back in the day, man. When men were men and every crash was fatal. And nowadays, you got sissies like Hamilton, and what can I tell you? So.
Well, at least he didn't win last week.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I didn't watch the race, so I don't know. He didn't win for real. Oh, that's good news. All right. Well, I'll go watch that on YouTube. Well, with that said, I get to tip Finn where we're going next week. Oh, I'm sorry, in 2 weeks.
Monza.
We're
Grand Prix.
Oh, we're gonna be there.
Ferrari. Home race.
Woo! We're gonna be there Saturday night. We're gonna be there this Saturday night at the Classic Monza. We're gonna be racing the Australian League that I put together over there with MOS Australia and Maverick. We're gonna race those guys in the Lamborghini Super Trofeo. It's a 2-hour races, Monza Classic, a day-to-night cycle, a night-to-day cycle. Of course, there's going to be rain, full damage, penalties. But the Lamborghini Super Trofeos are the car, man. I mean, I'm telling you, these cars handle great. Setups are allowed, and so we're giving them every advantage. That way, they can't say, "Well, Johnny, no, you know what? You can set it up any way you want. You can get the best setups you can possibly get. We even help you with the setups." And so, Hendrick last night. Took both races and put them in his pocket, and I know those guys left. They were a little upset. So not with us, but with themselves. You can't come to the school and teach the headmaster what time it is, brother. This is my house. This is my house. So I got the best drivers. Of course, I got the best Formula One program when everybody shows up. But yeah, you know what? A good easy points day for you, Finn. Still good workout in the rain, man, for all y'all. Eric, Fenorio, driving in the rain is not an easy thing, man. Making adjustments and keeping your strategies going and figuring all that out, even when they give you the wrong tire, and still maintaining your position and still doing what you need to do. That takes a lot, man. That says a lot. And again, I thank y'all so much for being here and being part of that program, man, because y'all are the first guys that I asked. Actually, just 3 right here. So with that said, Sixer Johnny, Walter Dog saying good night for now. We'll see y'all sometime probably next week at the Monza Classic. But during the week, you'll see us. We'll be streaming some practice races. Yeah, great weekend this weekend. Ken D-Box and me spent Friday at, of course, Circuit of the Americas watching IndyCar. The maestro of full motion, man. I mean, this guy right here is the premier man. He was telling me some stories that he's hung out with Jensen Button, Felipe Massa. You know, all these guys have been a part of the D-Box lineage. And now Six Gun Giant's part of it. Nice, huh? What do you think about that, man? I'm there with Ken D-Box, and he's definitely ready to arm me with the gun that I need to take this to another level. I've got some connections now that I've been talking to guys, putting those old stops out, those old connections out that I made many years ago, and everybody wants to talk now, especially when I got a guy like Ken in my pocket, and we're gonna make that happen. But got a couple other things we got to cross here this weekend, but after that, it's gonna be wide open, and we're going to try to write another chapter in simulation motorsports. Told you, Finn. I told you I was going to go somewhere with this. So with that said, have a good evening, good night, adios, Celebi, Finish Boy on the top step, Fenorio P2, and Eric Garcia P3, Red Bull on the second and third step. So good jobs, guys. I'm happy, man. It's any last words, anybody? 'Cause I'm about to turn this thing off. If I can reach down here and play with the remote. All right, 3, 2, 1, and hang on. Hold on. Wait.
No more beef.
Wait. Oh.